Looking for something easy to cook for weeknight dinners? Well, look no further than this super easy Malaysian style Nasi Briyani. So first, let's marinate our protein. I'm using firm tofu today, but this will also work with sturdier vegetables like eggplant or starchy ones like sweet potato, potatoes or even pumpkin. Here in Malaysia, a lot of our tofu come in small squares like this. We're going to use 5 blocks of tofu, about 400 grams. Place the cubed tofu in a large bowl and sprinkle in 1 tablespoon of garam masala powder and 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Season with about 1 teaspoon of salt or to taste and pour in some oil. Mix the tofu to coat evenly in the oil and spices and leave to marinate for about 30 minutes or longer. Then we can start shallow frying the tofu in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. We want the tofu to develop a light brown shell on each side. Once that happens, take them off the heat and set them aside while we prepare the next step, which is the aromatic paste for the rice. Like a lot of Malaysian food, it always starts with red onions. Peel and halve 2 red onions and add into a blender along with 5 cloves of garlic and half an inch of ginger. And that's it for the paste really, super simple. In the same pot and oil we fried the tofu, add about 1 tablespoon of vegan butter or more if you like. Once the oils are hot, we can fry our paste on medium heat. We want the aromatics to brown gently and release their amazing flavors. In the meantime, slice a large yellow onion into thin strips and add that into the pot as well. Let the onions wilt and start to turn translucent. Then we need some whole spices. The exact amount will be in the description box below. I was supposed to fry these spices first before the actual paste, but I completely forgot. Luckily, it's not too late to add them now. Let's also add a knotted pandan leaf. If you're familiar with the method of cooking Indian biryani, you'll probably notice later on how different it is to this one. Once the onions and paste are nicely cooked, add in 3.5 tablespoons of biryani powder or a biryani spice blend. Add a splash of water to help it along and stir to combine with the aromatic paste. I'm using about half a cup of water here. Then add a vegetable stock cube, or if you prefer, you can use liquid vegetable stock later on with the water part of the recipe. Add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. If you don't have any on hand, tomato ketchup will also work. Mix everything in and the paste will turn a dark brown ready color. Remember to season with salt to taste, and we can let the paste cook until the oil starts to separate or it starts to dry up. Now for Nasi Briyani, of course, we have to use some high quality basmati rice. If you're unfamiliar with basmati, it's a variety of long grain rice. It's very skinny, unlike jasmine rice. But if you don't want to buy an entire bag of basmati rice just for this one recipe, you could just use jasmine rice. It will work just the same. But the water ratio will be a bit different, so keep that in mind. In general, for basmati rice, the ratio is 1 to 2. So that's 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. And for jasmine rice, the ratio is 1 to 1.5. So that's 1 cup of jasmine rice to 1.5 cups of water. As with any rice, make sure the rice is rinsed thoroughly and the water runs clear before you use it. So this is 2 cups of basmati rice. Add it straight into the pot. Toast the rice lightly while mixing it together to coat in the paste. Once every grain of rice is coated in the paste and it smells nice and toasty, we can spoon into a rice cooker bowl. Into the bowl, we're adding half a cup of raisins and half a cup of roasted cashew nuts. Mix to combine together, then we can pour in 1 cup of oat milk or any other plant milk of your choice. Top off with another 3 cups of water or vegetable stock. Once the liquids are all mixed together, we can finally add our tofu into the bowl. The tofu is already nicely flavored from the spices earlier, and now it's going to develop even further flavor cooking right in this rice and broth. Stir gently to fully submerge the tofu cubes. Place into a rice cooker and start it on a regular rice setting and let it cook. So as you can see, the method is very different to Indian biryani, where the rice is usually boiled with the spices first. After the biryani is done cooking, sprinkle in a handful of coriander leaves and gently stir to fluff up the rice. Be careful not to break the tofu or the rice grains. Serve immediately with fried shallots and enjoy your Malaysian style biryani. If you're looking for another Malaysian recipe just like this one, then I'm sure you're going to love this video right here, so watch it next and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching.